Hi everybody, thanks for joining us this evening. A little late, but better late than never, right? So tonight this is Cooking with Carolina, and I'm Carolina Cooney, the programming coordinator at the Oak Bluffs Public Library. Tonight what we're making are some kind of, we'll just call them crazy chocolate chip cookies, because we're making up the recipe to an extent, and we're just gonna go with it and see how it turns out. So right now I'm getting my ingredients together. I have some butter that we are going to brown. We have milk. We have vanilla beans. Oh yes, we're getting fancy. This is why I'm late, because I had to run down to the farm stand and they didn't have vanilla extract. So we have vanilla beans and we're gonna try that. We also have marshmallows, some chocolate chips. It's the family edition, so we have Dexter here helping. Hi Mohammed. Hi Jack. And let's see, we have to get out our other ingredients. I have to grab the flour. I'll be right back. Boys, are you gonna help? Yeah. All right, we have the flour, brown sugar. We have our eggs from the chickens. We have.
I do my
We have Dashel here, and Dashel's going to show you his dance. They'll entertain you. Well, I get the rest of the ingredients. Okay. I actually did the dance for Muhammad earlier. Now he gets to see the real one. Okay, we need some baking soda. Oh, here. Show them the Kit Kats. Hey, come on. Oh, we're going to crush up some Kit Kats.
Yeah, we're going to crush up some Kit Kats, guys.
Let's see, let me grab the baking soda, which is way back in here.
I'm crushing up Kit Kats. Are we going to use the mixer?
Yes, we'll use the hand mixer.
And
we'll use the hand mixer.
Did I mess it up?
No, it's fine. So you got to see the real dance. Did I do it right? Okay, so I think we have all our ingredients here.
What about the marshmallows?
I showed them the marshmallows already. So what we're going to do first is brown our butter. Don't eat all the marshmallows.
I'm not. I only ate one.
Okay, so can we see the stove here? We're moving it around a lot. Okay, so what we want is, we're very unorganized today.
Very?
That's why we have such a big audience. Yes, very. And so we want 3/4 of a cup of butter. So, beep beep. We're going to take, so 3/4 of a cup of butter is 1 whole stick and then 4 tablespoons. So it's 1.5 sticks of butter. That's a lot of butter. So what we're going to do is turn on the stove to pretty much medium low and put all that butter in. And we'll grab a whisk. So we're using my non-stick pan. I'll tell them that Rowan said hi. I think they went upstairs to torture the kitten for a little bit. So we're going to melt our butter here. And we're using a non-stick pan, so I am using my coated whisk here so I don't scratch my precious Teflon pan.
Okay, Mom, we're coming.
Okay. So what you guys can do, don't throw those around. Here.
Don't let the butter. Can I use the butter?
You can stir the butter, yeah, for now.
What can I do, Mama Thomas?
You can open these Kit Kat and put them in the bag.
Wait, can I crush them?
Yeah, but we need to put them in the bag first.
Ooh.
Okay, how's that going? Okay, so we have assistant number 1 here, Dashel, with the butter.
Hi, guys.
Do that.
Oh, Rowan's watching.
Oh yeah, so Rowan says hi to Dash and Dexter.
Hi, Rowan. What's Rowan?
Little Rowan.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
And, well, the butter is browning. We're going to stir it constantly. Yes, so we're stirring it constantly until it foams and emits a nutty aroma.
Oh, Mom, he spoke off of the second Kit Kat.
That's okay, you're supposed to put them in the bag, honey.
I know, I'm unwrapping them first. It's like unwrapping.
Mom, the pan is being liquefied with butter.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Hey,
doing.
Mom, can I tell you something what I'm going to do during Christmas? Once I see all my presents, I'm going to
The
literally,
brown sugar.
I'm
Oh.
going to shake every single one of my presents.
And white sugar. No shaking presents.
Obviously, I am.
Do you guys think present shaking is allowed?
Yeah, say yes,
No,
please.
I don't think
Yeah, guys, present shaking is definitely allowed.
there's no present shaking allowed. Okay, so
Can I start?
we're going to take our brown sugar, which is about a cup, but as you know, I always go light.
Wait, what do you steam on, Mom?
Yes, so take a can out of the cupboard there.
What do you steam on? YouTube?
No, this is on Facebook. So we're going to take about a cup of brown sugar.
Okay, Mom, what do I do now?
Just let it cook for a second.
Okay, and then what do I do?
So I'm not going to put a whole cup because I don't like it that sweet. I'm going to put about 2/3 of a cup of the brown sugar. Now I'm going to step in here.
You take that off.
Alright, Mom, I got a can. What am I
So when
supposed
you're
to do
browning your butter, then close it up and use the can to smash it.
now? Oh, yeah.
So now we have some, hey, this is cooking time.
Now this.
Not too much though, you don't want to pulverize them, you just want to make them into like somewhat crushed. So now with our butter, we want it to foam,
Don't crush it like so. it
but you
gets
do need to
liquefied.
continuously stir it and certainly don't walk away at this point. This is why I took over for this. No walking away.
Yeah, like we always do.
Okay, so we're getting a little yellowing going on. Yellow is before the brown. Yeah. I'm not so sure about this, but we'll see. Okay, you don't want your butter to be boiling. You just want it to be foaming. And it's very easy for butter
Chill.
to
Guys, this is the
burn.
crushed
To burn.
Kit Kat.
Okay.
Once it starts turning brown, you want to turn the stove right off because it's very easy at that point for it to go too far and burn. Which is what happened last time I was making cookies, if you were watching that show.
Wait, you made cookies on this one?
I made cookies, but it was like very early pandemic. This was one of Mom's first cooking shows. They were kind of a disaster cookies.
Wait, did you start a cooking show like right before the pandemic?
No, I was doing the cooking show in the library before the pandemic, but when the pandemic started, I started doing it in our lovely home kitchen.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
is better. But I feel it. That's squishy. It's starting to liquefy. I'm kidding.
Okay, we're getting a nice foam going here. We're about to turn
Did you get this
brown.
from?
Ooh, I just smelled that nuttiness.
Did you get this from the?
And I do see some browning. Quiet, please. All right, I see the browning happening, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it off because I don't want to cross the line into the point of no return. That's okay. They come and they go. Okay, so now that we have our melted brown butter, we're going to take it and put it into a metal bowl.
I still have to be.
Using a spatula here. So take your butter and pour it into the bowl. Scrape all those good bits off. Scrape your pan clean here. Okay, now we need to have this butter chill a bit. So while we make the remainder of the recipe, we're going to put this aside so it gets cool. Open the cranberries, Dexter. Okay, so we managed to find a little. Those are my helpers this weekend. It's the family edition. So we have our brown butter chilling in the freezer now. And Dexter has the crushed Kit Kats ready and waiting. Now we're going to put in just a little granulated sugar in with our brown sugar. So we'll do about just shy of a 1/4 cup of the granulated white sugar. Now for now, we're just going to put this to the side while we wait for our butter to cool. Ooh. I just got an order. And we're going to take our flour, salt, and baking soda. So we need 1 3/4 cup of the flour. This is an all-purpose flour. You could actually mix the chocolate chips in there, Dex.
Okay.
Unless we're only going to put them in half the cookies.
Can I melt the marshmallow?
No, we're not melting the marshmallows. Those are to go in. Okay, so that's 1 1/4, 1 1/2. You can pour them all in. And 1 3/4.
I'm not pouring all of them in.
Not all of them?
No.
Okay. As I said, these are highly experimental chocolate chip cookies. And we're just going to see how they turn out. Now we need 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda. There's 1/2 teaspoon. And 1/4 teaspoon. And then I'm going to use about 1/2 teaspoon of salt because you probably should use unsalted butter making the cookies, but I always just have salted butter. So I'm going to go a little light on the added salt and use my salted butter that I have. That looks fantastic. Where did you have the whisk, honey? Oh, you put it in the sink.
The middle one?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's okay, I can use something else. Okay, we'll mix up our dry ingredients here.
Sorry, I just thought it was in the flour.
Woohoo! Oh. Flour loves to pop out of the bowl. It's very excitable. Alright, so there is our flour mixture. And now back to our sugar. go. Now, normally at this point, I would mix the sugar in here. I mix the butter, that is, in with the sugar. But since I want the butter to cool just a little bit more, I'm going to put the other ingredients in first. So we're going to have an egg. There's one egg. And then we want just an egg yolk. So, always exciting to do this. Oh, this is a good listen. No, I don't know if we're going to do that way. Let's wait on the marshmallows. So, we're going to crack our egg and carefully open it up. Yes, the chickens do need to be put to. Of course, you're not supposed to break the yolk. This yolk broke, so we're just going to add it like that.
Oh, can I crack an egg?
Nope, we're all done with the eggs, honey. Ooh. And you can save your egg white for a face mask.
Mom, can I stir?
You may. Now, Dexter's going to stir that up.
What about the next one?
The what, honey?
The candy mousse?
Oh, not yet. Not yet. Now, we're going to add, this is a secret ingredient, just a little bit, maybe about a tablespoon of milk. All right. This is a new one for me, so we'll see how this works out. Then we have our vanilla. So as I mentioned at the start of the show, somehow I have run out of vanilla extract, which is just a travesty, I must say. So I called down to the farm stand that's near my house, the North Tisbury farm stand. We used to call it Fiddlehead Farm. And, ooh, oh, they smell really good. You want to smell?
Smells good.
He has mixed opinions. I think it smells really good. So I had to run down and get some vanilla bean, which they assured me will be even better than vanilla extract. It's good for now. And so I need to slice this open, and then we're going to scrape out the innards. So let's see. Just want a different knife. So get yourself a nice sharp knife. And then we're just going to slice the top here. Now, this is my first time messing with vanilla beans, so very exciting here. I don't know if I sliced it enough. Now we got it. Okay, so we take that. Oh, interesting. So inside, it's kind of, probably hard to see on screen, but it's kind of gooey. And so we're going to take the knife and scrape out the innards here. Okay, let me put this in there. And it's a little hard to know how much we should use, but we're just going to use the whole bean. Why not? We have it, might as well use it. So I'm just scraping out the inside of the vanilla bean gently. Okay, and Dex is going to mix that in to our sugar mixture. And now it's time to add our brown butter. Which has not cooled a ton, but hopefully has cooled enough. So, can I step in here, babe? Okay, we're gonna put in all that butter. Now, using the brown butter, I have found makes the absolute best chocolate chip cookies. It is a great flavor. It adds a lot of depth to the taste, and it also seems to make them chewier, which is key for me. You gotta have chocolate chip cookies that are chewy. What is it, babe? Xavier's mom is watching, and Justine is watching. Nathan's mom, All the moms in the house. Okay, so now we're mixing in our butter soon. Very soon. Very soon. And this is actually, usually I do use the hand mixer, but hey, everything's experimental tonight. So we're just going to use our hands instead of the hand mixer. Alright, and you do want to mix your butter and sugar ingredients until it is fairly fluffy. This is one thing you want to mix quite well. Okay. So we're looking good here. I think I lost my little elven helpers here. They'll be back. Now, we're going wild, and we're going to attempt to add some marshmallows to these cookies. Why not? Do a what?
A part of the cookie.
Well, we're about to mix the flour into the sugar mixture, but right now I'm chopping up some marshmallows. So we're chopping marshmallows now. Oh, there's one back. I'm not so sure how the marshmallows are going to work out. But I'm excited to find out. Careful now. I don't know if that's the best knife. Is it? And they're going to be vanilla marshmallows because the knife still has some vanilla on it. Oh,
Can we add them in?
No, those are too big. You can't use them that big. They have to be small. And we have to add in the flour first. So I'm cutting them into quarters, and then I'm chopping them down the side. Okay. Now that we have those prepared, here, why don't we switch spots? We are going to start mixing in, there we are. We're going to start mixing in some of the flour into our sugar mixture here. So we're going to mix. I love doing this when the bowl starts spinning. It feels like some sort of game show. Dun, dun, dun. So we're going to mix in about half of the flour mixture at this point. And now when you're mixing, you don't want to overmix. You just want to blend your ingredients. Which is always a little hard not to overmix because mixing is fun. But control yourself. Okay, now we're going to add some of our interesting ingredients. So we have, okay, just sprinkle some in, and then you can sprinkle while I stir.
I'm adding more.
Well, sprinkle while I stir. There we go. Woo-hoo. All right. So we've added in our crushed Twix because that's our leftover Halloween candy, and it's almost Thanksgiving, so we don't need any more leftover Halloween candy. And we have mini chocolate chips.
Mom, they're Kit Kat, not Twix.
Oh, sorry. Yes, they are Kit Kat, not Twix. My apologies. I need these kids to keep me straight on the candy. And then we're going to try to add in the marshmallows. And then, of course, we have to add in the rest of our flour also.
I'll add that. Can I stir?
It's kind of hard to stir. You want to try?
Y'all.
Flop.
There we go.
And also, let's preheat our oven now to 350. Kind of hard, huh?
And just a little. We could use the electric one.
We've come this far. Let me get you a stool. Oh, you got this stool. There we go. All right, well, Dex is working on building up some arm muscles, mixing that. I'll go ahead and get out the cooking sheet. We doubling up there now? And we want our parchment paper.
We got a little out.
Not wax paper. Don't make that mistake. Okay, but parchment paper makes a huge difference. Can't say I'm a fan of the packaging. Okay, so now we have our oven heating up. We have our parchment paper. Can I take over here, babe?
Yeah.
Just to finish. Remember, we don't want to overmix, so scrape your sides. Scrape all the, here, take this. Scrape along the side like that. Okay. Now while he's finishing up there, we're almost done with our mixing. We'll do a little cleanup. Which is really where the elves should come in. I think that looks good. Don't overmix, okay? So that's good enough. We just want to make sure the dry ingredients are moist, so that's good. No more mixing.
Can I try this?
No. Okay, and now we're going to wash our hands again.
Tastes pretty good.
Wash up, hun.
And
Okay. Now you can use a little spoon if you like, which I guess we might as well be civilized, and we'll use a spoon. No, because it's almost dinner time. And then we're going to scoop up and ball up our mixture here and put them on our parchment paper about 2 inches apart.
Why is they small?
They spread out.
I want them to be more spread out. What?
They spread out when they cook it. No, don't smush them down. They spread out when they cook.
Just little.
No, they won't cook right. You don't push them down. These aren't peanut butter cookies. No. No. Dexter! Get! Alright. So, we are making our cookie balls here.
that's what they look like. Where's the Kit Kats? Are they in there?
They're in there.
Well, why'd you make some marshmallows with them?
Everything's all mixed in.
Guys, watch this.
What are you doing?
Marshmallow.
This is a big piece of marshmallow in this one. We'll see how this turns out. Very exciting. Little bit of a kitchen sink cookie here. Try to make your balls evenly sized. I feel like all of mine keep getting bigger. You can put the chickens to bed, hon.
I always put them to bed.
Well, every night they need to be put to bed. Okay, so we have
I am not
our first batch here done. And while we're waiting for the oven to continue to heat up, I'm actually going to stick this in the fridge or the freezer to chill it just a little more. Okay, so now that we are chilling those and we're waiting for the oven to heat up, we'll finish our little cleanup here. And we have one vanilla bean to save. Some marshmallows to eat. Bless you. And when those come out of the freezer, I'll put them directly into the oven. We'll cook them for just about 10 or 11 minutes. And then I'll let you know how they turn out in the comments later. So thank you very much for watching. Boys, you want to say goodbye? Let's thank my special guest stars here.
Hello. Goodbye.
And I hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving.
Same.
We'll see you next
Bye.
week. Bye.